very busy, Alan. Is this important?
Very.
I'm waiting.
Well, I've decided, Monica. I have thought about it for a long time, and I am not going to accept the assistant chief of staff position.
What? What are you talking about? Is this some sort of a trick?
No, it's not a trick. I have given it very careful consideration, and I'm going to continue doing what I do best.
What is that?
Running the clinic, of course.
Oh, well, yes, and you do an admirable job of that.
Well, thank you, and I want to continue being able to do that, and I don't think I'd be able to do it if I had a burden on me of being assistant chief of staff. And you certainly are a shining example of that.
Would you care to elaborate on that?
No, all I meant was you tried to wear two hats at the same time, and it almost destroyed you.
Well, I wouldn't say that, no.
Well, anyway, I don't want it to happen to me, and the other thing I want you to know is I'm very, very pleased it's not going to be happening to you either.
Well, I think that's very commendable of you.
Great. Now that that's all settled, who do you think Steve's going to pick?
I wouldn't bother myself with that, Alan.
It's Addison, isn't it? I mean, it's obvious that he's the choice, certainly the way you've been shepherding him around the hallways, anyway.
You're just going to have to be patient. Well, you'll find out as soon as Steve announces it.
I know, but I'm just wondering, maybe you had an inkling into who it...
Monica, excuse me, it's for you.
Oh, thank you. So glad we had this chat. Excuse me. No. Oh, hi. No, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I really am, darling. I will see you later. Okay. Excuse me just a second.
Monica, there's one thing for you to have to fraternize with Addison, but it's another thing for you to start stripping me of my pride right here in front of everybody talking on the phone to the hallway.
Hang on, just a second. I have to deal with a madman.
That's exactly right. I am mad.
What are you raving about?
I am saying to you, Monica, it's one thing for you to have to consort with Addison, but it's another thing for you to have to make me look like a fool in front of everybody here in the hospital.
You want to talk to her?
No, all right, fine, I will talk to her. I'll tell him exactly what I think. This is Alan Quartermain here. Listen, I want to tell you, this is the last time that you're going to call Monica. Do I make myself clear?
I can't call Mom anymore?
No, I don't... It's just that she's very, very busy, AJ. That's all.
Dad, did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do anything wrong, AJ. I did.
What?
I'll tell you about it sometime. Possibly when I grow up.
So, finally happened. What? You ran into Robert?
Yes, he's a very charming man. You're a lucky lady.
Yeah, I know. I want to keep it that way.
Meaning my presence is no longer appreciated.
Something like that.
You know, I'm here on business, not a lark.
I know. I think I'm falling in love with him. And I don't want anything to ruin it.
Like me, right?
Yeah. I should have told him in the beginning that I knew you.
Yes, you should have. Actually, I'm a very nice person once you get to know me.
Yes, you are. And you're a very good friend. But
Robert is everything.
almost.
You know, I'm beginning to feel like persona non grata.
I'm sorry. Look, I'll talk to you later.
California, here I come. Duke's Club, good morning.
Good morning, Miss St. John. How fortunate for me that you answered the phone.
What do you want?
Well, I've been thinking, Miss St. John.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah? Then this will surprise you even more. I appreciate how quickly you pay up for a job well done.
Get to the point.
Well, the point is that I think the job was done so well that it's worth more than the $3,000 you came up with. Are you there, Miss St. John?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, good, good. See, I was thinking that another 2,000 would make my life very pleasant right about now.
Do you know what I'm thinking, Mr. Butcher?
No, ma'am.
I'm thinking that if you'd like to have a life at all, you'll never call me again.
Hello.
May I help you, young man?
Well, I certainly hope so. I called you earlier, and you said you work on music boxes?
I have repaired more music boxes in my day, and from all over the world, than I can remember. It has given me a very good living.
Well, good. How about this one?
Let's see.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I don't think anything yet. Do you know, this is a very special box.
Well, I know it's very special to a friend of mine.
Yes, it is custom made.
Really?
Oh, yes, really. Extraordinary.
You wouldn't be able to tell me where it was made, would you?
From the grain of the wood and the way it is set, yes, I am sure. This could be made in only one place.
Where's that?
Canada.
Canada. Are you sure?
Canada.
Well, will you fix it for me?
Of course.
And how long will it take?
And you cannot rush things like this. It is very delicate. I have to remove the mechanism, cog by cog, until I make my discovery of what is wrong.
Right.
Then I make my repair by hand fashioning a replacement part. Then I put it back piece by piece, and if I am correct in my work, I'll hear music.
Well, that sounds complicated.
Well, it is, young man, but it is worth it when I hear the waltz. Is it a waltz? I love waltzes.
Not exactly a waltz. It's a song that was written for a friend of mine.
Oh, perhaps it is an original. I would be curious to hear it.
I'd like to hear it again myself. When can I pick it up?
Call me tomorrow. My number is on the ticket.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, young man.
All right.
And stop rushing. Everything will still be there waiting for you.
All right, thank you.
Now, the arson expert has already explained to me his theories on how this fire started, but I'd kind of like your impressions, so why don't you just go from the beginning and think your way through it.
Well, we were sitting over there at that table talking, and then all of a sudden this big puff of black smoke came out.
From the fireplace.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, also in the vents and in the foyer, too.
And then about 30 seconds later, these flames just shot out of the fireplace.
I see.
It was almost like the smoke was giving us this strange warning to leave.
Interesting way to put it. Go on.
Well, then we tried to fight the fire. I mean, we were like really trying to hit it and get it out, but it spread so fast. It was strange, though, because it spread in these, like, thin lines across the floor.
And then?
Well, and then we ran the hell out of here.
And then Colton came back in to get Felicia, and, well, I guess you know what happened after that.
Yeah. There is something else that I think you should know.
What?
Well, our expert's convinced that this fire was deliberate. And you're right, it did follow a pre-set path here. I'd like to know if you have any suspicions about somebody staying here that this sort of thing may have been intended for.
No?
Terry?
No. No, I don't know of anybody. Everybody's real nice that lives here, and I am.
That's right.
Well, thank you anyway. I'll be in touch later.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Bobby, he made it sound like this fire was intentional.
Does that surprise you?
I guess. I bet I know who is on your mind right now.
All the other departments in the family have gone along with the plan. If you gentlemen will go along with it, we can have a 100% legitimate business.
Yeah, well, you made the other boys pretty good offers in a way to continue to enjoy fair profits.
Yeah, fair.
Hey, but they're small potatoes compared to us. Real small. What kind of legit operation you got in mind that's going to turn over profits in the high millions and sometimes beyond? Huh?
To be honest with you at the moment, nothing. But I suggest for a start you stop dealing on the street. That way you can all go home and sleep at night.
I don't have any trouble sleeping now.
The Jerome Corporation will sustain you financially until we can get legitimate business that will turn the same profit.
Oh, come on.
I don't need to be sustained.
Sit down.
Sit down, all of you. Now, Duke is doing this for me and for my son, Julian. Julian had a dream of turning this outfit legitimate. You gonna go against my son? Which of you is gonna go against my son?
Well, this will take a little time for us to do.
We'll give you time.
How much?
6 months.
Even if you had a workable financial alternative to drugs, which you don't, we would need 2 years.
There's no way you'll have 2 years. 6 months, that's it.
Find a way, Mr. Lavery, and find it fast. We don't like the way the tide's turning with this outfit.
This is the first time we've met. It could be the last. Come on, don't close your minds off so quickly.
Hey, we could just contact the Carter family in Jersey. You remember that.
You wouldn't try
They'll
that.
welcome us with open arms.
You wouldn't dare try that.
Yes, I would.
Then straighten this mess out. We stay aligned to the Jerome family.
We'll talk.
It'll take more than talk.
I said we'll talk.
Listen, please.
Tonight at 8/7 Central, the Seavers set sail for paradise and land in Hawaii on a special Growing Pains.